Have you ever looked in the mirror and failed to recognize the person looking back at you? Faded eyes, slumped shoulders, skin that seems to be screaming from exhaustion? This isn't just about age or poor sleep. Your body literally records every grudge, every suppressed anger, and every unshanked tear. Your face is a map of your life. Today, we will learn how to read this map, to understand how simple actions, sports, and self-care can bring back the spark you once lost. Imagine your body is a computer hard drive. Every time you get angry but stay silent, or when you feel afraid but keep smiling, your brain saves that file, but it can't store it in memory forever, so it transfers it to physical media. Look at your shoulders right now. Are they relaxed? Or are they raised slightly, as if you're constantly waiting for a blow? Psychologists call this a muscular armor. When we experience stress, our muscles tighten. The stress lasts for years. You freeze in that posture. You might think you're just slumped, but the world sees it differently. To those around you, your colleagues and your partners, it's a signal of insecurity and fear. You can wear expensive clothes and talk about business. Your body is shouting that you want to hide. Have you noticed that people who look heavy are often carrying the real weight of unresolved psychological problems? It's not just about muscles, it's about the cocktail of hormones flowing through your veins. When you live in a state of constant anxiety, your body is flooded with cortisol. High cortisol doesn't just make you stressed, it physically changes you. It creates that specific puffy look in the face and makes your body store fat in the most dangerous places. But here is where the magic happens. You can talk to your brain through your body. This is why sport is not just about big biceps or a flat stomach. When you lift weights or run, you are essentially performing a system reset. You are forcing your body to burn that stored stress and replace it with dopamine and endorphins. Have you ever noticed how your facial expressions change after a good workout? The tension in your jaw disappears, and your gaze becomes sharper. By taking care of your physical self through grooming, movement, and discipline, you are telling your subconscious, I am worth the effort. This simple shift in mindset changes how you walk into a room. You stop being a victim of your past emotions and start becoming the architect of your future presence. If you don't choose how you look, your traumas will choose it for you. So how do you stop your body from betraying your secrets? It starts with the smallest, almost invisible habits. Most people think they need a massive life overhaul, but your brain actually responds better to micro victories. When you commit to a basic grooming routine or a 15-minute morning stretch, you aren't just cleaning up, you're reclaiming territory from your depression and your fatigue. Every time you choose to push through a workout when you feel like quitting, you are physically rewiring your brain's resilience. You are teaching your nervous system that you are the one in control, not your old fears. Here's the catch. Beauty and strength are not goals. They are side effects of self-respect. When you start treating your body like a high-performance machine rather than a trash can for stress, the world begins to react differently to you. Opportunities appear where there were only walls. People start listening when you haven't even spoken. But there's one final, darker truth about why most people fail to maintain this change, and it has nothing to do with their willpower. The real reason you haven't changed yet isn't because you're weak. It's because your brain is actually terrified of the new you. There's a hidden biological mechanism that triggers a panic response the moment you start looking and feeling better. It's called homeostatic alarm. Your subconscious would rather see you tired, slumped, and unhappy because at least that version of you is safe and predictable. Most people reach this invisible wall, feel the sudden urge to quit, and go back to their old comfortable misery. They think they've failed, but in reality, they were just seconds away from a total breakthrough. But here's the terrifying part. Once you understand how your body records your soul, you'll never unsee it again. Every time you look in the mirror from now on, you'll know exactly which lies you're telling yourself. And while you're thinking about your next move, there's one specific habit, something most people do every single night, is actively erasing all the progress you made today. It's the one thing that turns your biological diary into a horror story, and almost no one realizes they're doing it until it's too late.